My stepdaughter just bought a house. This could only happen close to Halloween. Old house. She knew the people there, like, was friends with them. I think one of the old rubbers dropped dead inside of the house. So they decided to sell it. They sold it to her for a song. Yeah. That whole thing doesn't spook me. Somebody dropping dead inside of a house. What are you going to do? I have no problem. I used to live right across the street. I had an apartment where the backyard was the graveyard. Yeah, best neighbors I ever had! You kidding me? The grounds were kept nice. I used to stare out the back window, eat my breakfast, and just ponder. And think about life and death. Beautiful gravestones. Yeah. Anyhow. She's so excited to show us the house. We pull in, the electricity isn't on, okay? And it's dusk. We pull down this long driveway into the backyard. Now, I swear to you, this house looked just like the house from Night of the Living Dead. Yeah. Coming to get you, Barbara. Just like it. Striking how close it was. We tried pulling to the backyard. The backyard, there's woods. It's like Pachysandra. There's no grass. There's like Pachysandra all over the floor. Vines. You understand? Trees going back as far as the eye can see. Like little paths. Like the first Black Sabbath cover. Remember the woman? It's one of the most eerie album covers of all time. The woman in black. The figure in black. Next to a tree. That's always been my biggest fear going out into the woods. Is to see, you're going on a hike with some people. You see something holding still in the background. An alien, I don't know, a shadowy figure. A creature in black. It's standing next to a tree. You tell your buddies and you look back and it's gone. You're like, oh, okay, I'll be going back to the cabin now. Hot cocoa on the oven stove. I don't know. Yeah, guys, have a good time. I'll be boarding up the doors and windows. How about that? I don't need that shit. So anyway, now I'm starting to get it's just that time where the sun is going down, and I'm looking at this house in this yard, and the wind is blowing, and the leaves are moving around, and I'm starting to get the willies. Almost like the movie Halloween. Remember? The kids walking home from school, and it's like the wind's blowing the leaves around, and it's like, what? Your skin starts to crawl? I don't know. So it's me, my wife, my stepdaughter, and my son. We go to walk in the back door. My son starts crying. I don't want to go inside. I got news for you right now. Okay? When a kid starts acting squirrely, it's like when an animal in the house starts acting squirrely. When you're late at night when you by yourself in the house, and it's like your son walks in, Daddy, I saw something weird in the corner, and you're like, huh? Or you see a cat freeze, and it's staring. It's like, what are you looking at, big guy? That type of thing. So now my kid starts crying hysterically. He doesn't want to go in the house. I'm like, that's a little weird. So we go in, she sticks the key in the door, opens the door, and I distinctly remember her leaving the key in the door. Because I was thinking to myself, that's something I would never do. I made a note of it in my head. So first thing we do is we make a beeline into the basement. Now it's like, all of a sudden it's like the Blair Witch Project. We all have our iPhones out, with the lights on. And I'm looking around in this basement, and I swear to Christ, there is a dripping drop of water sound in the basement. You can't make this shit up, man. It's like, bloop, but echoey. Bloop. I mean, So now I'm sitting there, I'm like, I gotta be the man of this situation. So I'm like, all right, let's go. We get down there. I'm looking around. I look in the corner. There's like an old tube radio on the work. There's like a workbench and like some old hand tools. Like the kind. This is a house frozen in time. Do you understand? There's like one of those hand drills and like this old tube radio and the cobwebs. And I'm like, anyway, we go upstairs. And the house is, number one, the house has like 10-foot ceilings. Do you understand what this does to the scale of a house? Why don't they build houses like this anymore? Oh my God, every modern house I go into now, I'm like hitting my head on the ceiling. Or you can touch the ceiling. I don't want to live in a house where you can touch the ceiling. These had grand 10-foot high ceilings. Plaster walls, crown molding. You understand? This was a house. Beautiful fireplace, dining room. You understand? Rooms that were actually separated from one another. I can't stand this whole open floor plan concept that everybody wants these days. I'm sorry. Anyhow, I get in here. It's a taste of what a beautiful old home should be. But then you look at the walls and there's like breaks in the walls and it's old plaster walls, so you see the lathing strips. And I'm just like waiting for fingers to come between the lathing strips. Oh my God. All right, so the coup de grace is, she goes, you got to see the attic. The attic is huge. Like, oh, great. We go up there. Now, as you're walking up, every once in a while, you'll see like handicap rails. Like they put in handicap rails. So now I'm thinking of like the old man that died in there. I'm like, oh my God, how did he die? Did he plunge down the stairs? And every step creaks. And every foot is on hardwood floors that echo through that plaster house. You know, those plaster walls just make everything echo. Click, clack, click, clack. So anyway, we go up, and the attic has this narrow staircase going up with these really steep risers. Weird. We go up into the attic, and I swear to Christ, I'm looking around, and as I'm looking around, I'm walking backwards, and something touches my back. And if I had a camera on, my hair would have went woo, 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 and spun around in circles. Oh my God. I turn around. I can't make this up right now. There was an orthopedic shoe, like an old orthopedic shoe, hanging by the shoelace from the very center of the attic at my back's height. I turn around, I get the camera on it, and I was like, did you ever see, what movie was it with Richard Pryor? Oh. Brewster's Millions, was it? When he runs across the lake, because there's like piranhas in the lake or something. I could have ran across a lake of water on top of it to get out of that fucking house. Who the fuck hangs an orthopedic shoe from the ceiling? Oh, by the way, when we came up from the basement, I look over at the door. The key is not in the door. I said to my stepdaughter, "Did you take the key out?" She goes, "No." And we can't find the key anywhere. I don't know. Get me the fuck out of this house. I'll never go back to that house again. That's simple. How about that? Jesus Christ. Guys, you thought storming the beaches of Normandy was tough? Welcome to a real war zone. Oh yeah. The wife's out. The kids at school. Who's ready for some real... Oh, there's not much here. Some real, morning alcoholism. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Yeah. man. Oh, I forgot the soda. Jeez. Oh, yes. Oh, we're going to battle today. I'm so nervous about this show. I gotta be honest with you. Oh, yeah. Because the outcome of the show will shatter my heart one way or another. It's true. It's true. Oh. Oh, listen to the effervescence. Tilemi Killmeister. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Delicious. Breakfast of Champions. This is going to be a gruesome bayonet battle. You understand? Can we forget about gay marriage for a second? Am I allowed to marry a piece of audio equipment? Because I'm telling you right now, I would take this Sansui's transistor in holy matrimony. Are you kidding me? I've had more fun with this little Sansui than I think any receiver I've ever owned. I love coming in here and turning her on. I love it. It sounds so good. Listen, I've never gotten a volume, I don't think, past 4. She's 8 watts. Sip a Jack and Coke for 8 watts and having all the heart that you could ever desire from a little receiver like this. Do you understand? I've never reached the top end with her. Receivers, let me tell you something. Receivers are like car engines. A car engine has like an RPM where it makes its most horsepower, and then it drops off. You could step on the gas pedal all you want. It's just like after that certain RPM range, the power drops off. Same thing with these old receivers. You crank up the volume, and the volume goes up proportionately to the amount that you turn the knob until you get to a certain point, and then you find yourself turning the knob to get that much more volume, and then eventually you hit some distortion. The Sansui's never done that to me. I just keep on cranking her. She gets louder and louder and louder, and there's absolutely no loss of clarity. It's unfucking real. I'm so impressed with this little receiver. I really am. She sounds beautiful. She's quiet. She's obedient. She's clean as a whistle. She's like brand new. She looks great. And it's the first Sansui I've ever owned, which really makes me consider other ones. I got news for you guys right now. I got a Pioneer SX434 down in the basement. Okay? I like this little Sansui more. And the one down in the basement's like 90 watts. 90 serious watts per channel. Or something like that. Or 100 watts? I don't know. And I don't really give a fuck. I'm honestly thinking about selling that one. Because Jesus Christ, you can get close to $1,000 for it now. And keeping this one that we paid $10 for. How ridiculous is that? And I'm powering this basically the same speakers downstairs. So guys, you don't have to break your wallet to get into this. I so highly recommend this little receiver. Oh my goodness. And here we go. Here's the Pioneer SX434. We found her in a shopping cart at work, outside, left for dead, heading for the trash compactor. She was minutes away from the trash compactor. Do you understand? We took her to the local shop. The guy said there was some caps, this, that. He did a little this, a little that. She's up and running. He said that she was immaculate on the inside. You understand? He lubed up the knabs. Yes. And he replaced the light bulbs. And he made my wallet about $80 lighter. So, yeah. Thank you, buddy. Hey, listen. This stuff, listen. Guys don't work on this stuff anymore. He even told me he's the last of a dying breed. So here we go. Listen, I'm a Pioneer guy, up and down. Do you understand? But there is not going to be any bias here. This is going to be fair. And for it to really be fair, you're ultimately going to have the say of who stays and who goes. And that's important. Let's do this. Sing, sing! Now we got our audio research speakers here. Because I find them to be probably the most transparent speakers I've ever owned. Oh, listen to me. Audiophile! Alert! Yes. Basically, they reproduce sound better than any speaker I've probably ever owned. I love these little speakers. Anyhow, here we go. So we have the Pioneer. The Pioneer is powering everything right now because she accommodates just like the Sansui accommodates. Yes. So we'll turn on the Sansui here. I just love turning that knob. I can't even tell you the sheer delight of owning an old receiver. I enjoy it a lot. You know what type of research I do for this show? We got something old. We got something new. We got something a little quirky here. But I went to the record store the other day. You ever go to a record store with a 4-year-old? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Try it one day. I was about to run out of there screaming, pulling my hair. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch. No, you can't touch that. The whole time, and I'm looking through records in a panic because I'm looking for the perfect record to, show what these receivers can do. And it's a very particular record I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. And at the last minute, I'm flipping through, and I found this, and I said, "Oh, this is fucking perfect." $4.99 we paid for this album right here, Vandenberg. Oh yeah, anybody know? Anybody? Any of you miserable fucks know? The Netherlands, Vandenberg? Oh, yeah. They had a big hit in 1982 called Burning Heart. Beautiful song. Beautiful lead singer, by the way. But the true gem here is the guitar player. Oh, yeah. Adrian Vandenberg. All right. Very unfortunate photograph on the back. We got this guy in his flight suit. He's got like his, high heel Capizios on. Okay, buddy. Yeah. This guy looks like he's taking a Tom Carvel in his pants. I mean, what are you thinking? And this guy's standing like he's got multiple sclerosis. Listen. I'm going to tell you something right now. The thing that blew me away about this is their debut record, Vandenberg. All titles written and composed by Adrian Vandenberg. Okay, these guys are from the Netherlands. Yeah, Dutch guys. We're talking real heavy metal here. And then I look at, this is the great thing about owning a record. I'm looking at the back of the record. It says, album illustration by Adrian Vandenberg. He basically did the whole thing here, and you can kind of tell, So here we go. What are these guys all about? These guys are like, take Van Halen and Whitesnake, roll them up in a ball, and throw them down the alley. That's what you got. Sip of Jack and Coke. Got plenty of ice here. I'll tell you that right now, buddies. This is the album that I think they charted in the United States with a song called Burning Heart. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. There are 3 songs on this album that I really, really appreciate. And maybe we'll check out a little Burning Heart. But the song that I really like is a song called Wait. Here we go. Recorded Soul Studios, SOL Studios, Jimmy Page's studio right there in England. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're in the phono stage. I have the bass and treble matching for both receivers. Listen how quiet she is. She tried to auto return. Are you kidding me? All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh boy, this is my first time turning her on. Here we go. Oh yeah. Blue dial. Very relaxed, very 70s. Roll me a joint. Somebody roll me a joint. Look at it. Oh yeah, just so you can get an idea here of what they look like. Oh yeah. Here we go. She's phono staged. She's volume up. She's very quiet. Yes. She's very quiet. Phonoed, loudness, everything matches. Let's do it. It is absolutely amazing the difference between the two sounds. I would say the Sansui for clarity, but oh my God, there's such a warmth and a tone to the Pioneer. I don't know if that's coming through. There's such a fullness to the Pioneer. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I wouldn't even have guessed there would have been this big a difference between the sounds. Now keep in mind, the Pioneer, although being the lowest of the SX line, as is the Sansui, the 1010 line, is 15 watts, as opposed to Sansui's 8 watts. So keep that in mind. There is an advantage in power there. But how interesting. Let's try something else. Alright, we're going to switch back to the Sansui just to keep some continuity here. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Let's just sip a Jack and Coke for Vandenberg. Huh? Alright, here's one from my brothers in the UK. Oh yeah, picked this up at a yard sale. Here we go. It's Chuck Berry, The London Sessions. Oh yeah. Listen, I know a lot of you guys listen to Chuck Berry, but maybe you never heard the live performances. And this is where Chuck Berry really shines. Here we go. Chuck Berry, The London Sessions. Here we go. Recorded at where Pi. Da 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 da. At Pi Studios in London. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something right now. You want to hear an English crowd get into it? Here we go. This is reeling and rocking. Oh my God. Here we go. Come on, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Show us how you influenced the rest of rock and roll. Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page. Please. Kidding me?
I got a chance to sing one. I might be able to sing this one too. Oh!
Come on, Chuck.
Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I do, then again I think I don't. Looked at the clock and it was almost 1. I said, come on baby, let's have us some fun. And we reelin' and rockin' and rollin', child. Reelin' and rockin', rollin' until the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 1:45. You know, she said she didn't, but I know she doing with me. Yeah, I was reelin' and rockin' and rollin'. We were reelin' and rockin' and rollin' till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 2:45. She said, wait a minute, Chuck, I gotta go. Bring me a Coca-Cola, please.
It's not done like this anymore, you understand? Woo!
Looked at the clock and it was almost 4. You know, she turned me around and said, me do it some more. And I go, well, child, we were reelin', rockin' and rollin' now. Reelin' and rockin', rollin' till the break of dawn. Blow, blow, blow. Well, I looked at my watch and it was 4:45. Man, I felt more on live, but I was...
Oh, man, Chuck Berry bringing down the house! Come on! You don't see a performance like that anymore. Let's do it, Pioneer. Let's see what you got. Enough of this. God damn it. You gotta fight. You gotta fight, baby. If you want to last around here. This ain't no fucking joke. This is the Fortress of Solitude, baby. You gotta pay your dues! What do you think? You get to hang around here like a painted picture? You gotta work for it! Come on, baby. It's raining out. It's raining out, baby. Oh, yeah. You think? I got news for you right now. You think it's easy flipping these wires back and forth, back and forth? Round of applause for me! Round of applause for me! Let's go, Chuck! Pioneer time! Whoa! A little protest in her. Did you hear that? You do the same thing if you were left for dead in a shopping cart. Come on! Here we go. What do you got, baby? Give it to us. Give it to us. Same position on the volume.
I got a chance to sing one. I might be able to sing this one too. Oh! Hey! Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I do, then again I think I don't. Looked at the clock and it was almost 1. I said, come on baby, let's have us some fun. And we reeled and rocking and rolling, child. Reeling and rocking, rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 1:45. You know, she said she didn't, but I know she doing with me. Yeah, I was reeling and rocking and rolling. We were reeling and rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 2:45. She said, wait a minute, Chuck, I gotta go. Bring me a Coca-Cola, please.
Wow. Guys, I got news for you right now. It ain't looking good for the Pioneer, is it? That fucking Sansui is so clear. It's so clear. And now while the Pioneer has a very warm sound to it, and the Pioneer is known for that warm sound, Jesus, man, that Sansui cuts like a knife, baby. I'm here to tell you the truth. And it breaks my heart to tell you the truth. Because I got news for you. My bias is towards the Pioneer. Let's face it, I got a lot invested in it. But I ain't gonna lie to you. That Sansui is just doing it, baby. It's doing it. Woo! Okay. Now, we did the old stuff. Okay? Now let's shift gears. And guys, this was a little birthday gift to myself. Okay? I find myself buying a lot of birthday gifts these days because nobody else will. It's Interstellar soundtrack. Do you get it? Look at this thing. There's a sticker. There's a plastic case. I mean, Bonaval tripped. Let's face it. Sip of Jack and Coke. We're going to pour another drink for this one, babies. Oh, yeah. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Yeah. So I'm reading this. I open up the sleeve and I start reading. And what happened? Let me tell you something. This Christopher Nolan, right? That's his name, Christopher Nolan. Yes. This Christopher Nolan, in my eyes, he's a genius of our time. Okay. I take Christopher Nolan, and I take Paul Verhoeven, and two greatest directors of all time. Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Christopher Nolan pulls, he didn't even write the movie yet. He pulls Hans Zimmer into the room. He says, I'd like to work with you on this project. He goes, I'm going to write down on a sheet of paper the feeling and the emotion that I want evoked by this movie. Didn't tell him what kind of movie it was. Didn't tell him it was a sci-fi movie. Just told him, I'm going to write the emotion that I want on this piece of paper. Slid it to Hans Zimmer, and he said, you got 24 hours to come back with one track for me. And Hans Zimmer said, okay, I'm in. He came back, gave the track back to Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan listened to it over and over and over again and started to write the movie. I got news for you right now. Interstellar is probably the best movie I've seen in the last 20 years. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And the soundtrack is absolutely sensational. I had to have it. Now keep in mind, it's slow. We're talking about a movie soundtrack. It's a grand scale. But there's a track on here. It's called Detach. Okay? And what I'd like to tell you about this, we've learned this in elementary school, didn't we? When in music class, we learned about things like crescendo. Yeah. Well, this song has probably the most intense crescendo you're ever going to hear. I mean, look at the gloss. The gloss on this. What is this, like 20 coats of lacquer? Shkamaramu, Maraminke. Here we go. Let's get started. Now, if I can find it. Okay. Side C. Okay. We're going to drop this right in the middle of the track because the track is kind of long. But to me, this is the perfect song to showcase what these receivers can do. Here we go. Done in a church with pipe organs. Guys, do you understand now that you're part of something way bigger? Hushka mada mua mada ming. Oh my God. So let's see how the Pioneer can handle something so very delicate. Because it is, isn't it? It's delicate. Bless these two receivers. Do you imagine? Can you imagine these receivers were born in the 70s? I believe 74? 1974 and 1975 or 6, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. Can you imagine that? Did you ever think in their wildest imaginations they would be here now in 2019 with some fucking alcoholic getting pit up against each other? Are you kidding me? If I was these receivers, I would have fried myself in the factory. Defect. Back to the trash bin. I gotta fucking deal with this. Now the ultimate test. We go side by side, left, right channel. Here we go. I don't really know how I'm going to do this, but we're going to do this. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll finish off with a little Vandenberg Burning Heart. It's a wonderful song. It truly is. So what we have is we have Pioneer on the left, Sansui on the right, and we'll have to switch back and forth. I don't know how we're going to do this. Let's start playing the song first. Oh, by the way, you want to hear how a song should end? This is how every song should end. You ready for this? Oh, it's going to work. Ready? Pioneer. Sansui. Ball.
Does it feel the same when he calls your name? And does it feel the same when you play the game of love?
Pioneer.
When he holds you tight, does it feel alright? Just like it used
Sansui.
to do when I was with you, making love to you. This burning heart of mine, it's the heart's and the honest
Pioneer.
this burning heart in me, forever be. After all this time, you still hold my mind. I just can't seem to find
Sansui.
peace of mind. I need something. Does it feel the same when he calls your name? And does it feel the same when you play the game of love?
Pioneer.
This burning heart of mine, it's the heart's and the honest time. This burning
After that, I really don't know where we are. Oh, I could tell you where we are. You just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time. Almost one. I said, come on, baby, let's have us some fun, and we real. Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I do, then again I think I don't. Looked at the clock and it was almost one. I said,